today. Hi, it's a great day to have a great day. Let's get in here and say hello. Hello, hello. I'm going to find you and say hello to you online so that I can get you in here. When you come in, say good morning so I know that you're here. Deirdre, good morning. Jane Lorio, hello, hello. Mary Crincoli, hi. Mary, how did it go yesterday? I was thinking about you all day yesterday. Sally De La Rosa, good morning. Erica Hoppy, hello to you. Well, hello, Karen Plummer from Sweden, welcome. And Charlie, good morning. It's so good to see all of you on here this morning. Good morning, good morning. Do you have your cuppa happy? It's that time of morning. My cuppa happy happens to have water in it right now. So it will have some coffee really soon though. Oh, thank you, Jean Lorio. My Superman. I gotta have superpowers today. I'm driving down the road in Pennsylvania in the rain. So I need those superpowers. Yes, Sally De La Rosa. Does that look familiar? This was a beautiful present from my Sally. Hi, Marcus on Periscope. It worked out, Mary. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, keep putting them in the prayer circle, girl, because prayer is powerful, and especially if there's two or more people praying. And let's remember our Rick Morrow this morning. I got a message from him last night. He cut his arm and he's in the hospital. And Rick's usually with us every morning. So let's keep Rick and Josie lifted up and pray that he gets out of that hospital today and out of that germ factory. So yeah, it's a great day. It really is. I was up late. I organized some of my pictures, and I actually posted the Michigan pictures, at least the majority of them, in the group. Our journey of healing. It is our journey, and our journey is on the move today. I'm leaving Deb Goldberg's here in State College, where Penn State is, and I'm going to Suzanne. Suzanne is more in East PA. Oh, Rick, there you are. Look at that. I spoke about you, and there you are. I love how this works. Let's see, whose other names can we bring in? We need our Marietta. Marietta needs to be in here right now. But anyway, I'm leaving Deb and I'm going to Suzanne, and the land blessing will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Tomorrow at 2:30, we've decided, the angels and I have decided that we are going to go to Valley Forge State Park to do the land blessing. And I don't know if any of you are history buffs, if you know about Valley Forge and any of the history of what happened there, but there's a lot of clearing, and I think doing it in that spot representing all of Pennsylvania will be important. So that's at 2:30 tomorrow. And I've been getting a lot of information to add to the land blessings. With the Native American heritage that I have, it's important to honor some of the traditions that they have and that they did when they would clear land. So I'm going to be adding some of that into today's blessing. And there's also the component that the angels have wanted me to do, which I've started, is writing letters to the governors of each state, explaining to them what took place on their land, what the purpose of it was, that it's not a religion, it's a blessing from spirit, from a collective of people that would be us, a collective energy that wants peace on our land, in our country, in our world. So I've already composed the letter. It was just channeled through explaining what the purpose is. And I'll be putting in those letters the actual blessing that was spoken on their land. So that's going to be happening as I go about. And another part of that came from Dr. Ruth Anderson. Her comment was, well, what if we give everybody the information to contact the governor in your state? And you can send an email or a letter or just put a message on the website that they have set up and just let them know that you want peace on earth, that you're interested in seeing more things happen along this line where there's a more involvement of everyone in the state that they are in to really bring in peace and bring in an energy of positive into their part of the world. So I will be putting that information up. If anyone wants to send a quick email, if you want to make a phone call, or just if you want to send a message to them in any way possible, then just let them know you're behind all of this effort to bring in peace. And Rick, I hope you're doing good. People are asking about your arm. Okay, you're coming home tomorrow. Thank you for your prayers. You are so welcome, my friend. So happy to see that you're on here this morning, and good morning to your darling Josie as well. Suzanne, I'll be headed your way in a few hours. So I'll be at Suzanne's tonight when we do the chanting show, Chanting for Change, at 9:00. Oh, excuse me. Okay, where are we? Prachetta, good morning, Prachetta and Prachir. Prachetta, you were at work. Well, it's good to see you on here right now. Thank you for being here. And Prachir and I are driving back home. Okay, we'll be safe on the road, and please give Prachir my love. And Karen Plummer's lovely idea. Yes, and Deirdre, I'd love to send messages. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know where that sneeze came from, but it's raining here, actually. It started raining overnight, and the rain always stirs up stuff. And Deb and I were out in nature yesterday out at the park. So lots of pollen, lots of energy that stirs things up. Okay, so good. So I will post the information about the governors. I actually found this wonderful website that has all of them, all 50 governors, their mailing addresses, their emails, their websites, and the phone numbers. So I'll be posting where you can reach out to your governor. Oh, so what else? I'm all packed up and ready to go. Oh my gosh, Deb and I watched The Shack last night. Anybody here read the book or seen the movie The Shack? I had not seen it or read it, and I actually was gifted the book a few years ago. A dear friend, sent me the book and asked me to read it because she was just enthralled by the whole story. And I didn't. I picked it up several times, but I never read it. And now I'm sorry that I didn't. But on the other hand, I think I was meant to sit with Deb and watch that movie with her last night because it was really touching and she was resonating with the storyline as she has been through that exact same thing of waking up and seeing what life is all about and that it's not just the flesh and bones stuff. There is more to life than what we know and more to life than what we can see right in front of us. So if you haven't seen The Shack, it's a great movie. They did a great job. And let's see, Rick says, it was kind of scary. The doctors and nurses are excellent. Wonderful, Rick. I'm glad you're getting good care and really thinking about you today. Donna Capitula, good morning to you. And Donna, I think I'll be calling you or Dawn today. I did receive a message with the phone number. Hopefully we'll be able to get together. That's my hope. And we'll see if that happens. And Sally says, what a beautiful movie and book. Deirdre read The Shack years ago. And then Sally says, God as a Woman was an interesting twist, but she did a beautiful part. She did a great job in that movie, and I loved it. And I think it kind of couldn't have been any way else. It was just perfect for what they did. Okay, Donna says, moving around this morning. Thank you all for the prayers. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Donna. We've been praying for your back, honey, and just pray that it continues to get better. And Dawn says, good morning. Good morning to you. Good to see you on here. And yeah, I definitely want to get together if we can. I don't know how far you are from Valley Forge, but maybe you can meet up with us for the land blessing tomorrow. That would be awesome to be there with you. And everyone, please pray for the weather. Pray that as we go out there to do that land blessing, that we're going to have the good weather to do it. So I don't know if it's rainy on the east. Maybe y'all can tell me, Donna and Dawn and Suzanne, tell me what I'm driving into as I go toward the eastern part of Pennsylvania. Because right now it's really kind of nasty here. Not hard rain, just, the roads are wet. And I don't like driving in the rain. So this will be interesting. And Pratchett is asking for any update on Brian and on Sharon Boyle. Brian, I have good news. Brian has tested negative for COVID. So I think he's still in the hospital, is what my sister said. They're still trying to clear up a lot of the symptoms and the things that he was going through. And Sharon, I heard, is on the mend and she'll be back with us soon. So thank you all for lifting our family up. Anytime there's something going on, we bond together and we send out that positive energy, send out healing messages, asking for everyone to be in the very best health possible and free from suffering. It's really, when we hear about the suffering, whether it's a physical pain or any other kind of pain, we want that to just be eased. So thank you. And thank you for those who let us know also that there's something happening after we pray for you. Okay, so Deirdre says, yes, it's rainy in New York. Oh, yay. Donna, 80 East is nothing but farmland. I love that, though. And it's going to be rainy today for my drive. Okay. Lots of prayer, please, because Teri doesn't drive well in the rain. But you know what? My little dragon back here, Teddy, For those of you who haven't met the dragon yet, this little guy is going to be flying above the car and watching from the dash as the car goes down the road. And he will guide, or he, she, or it, it's really not a gender as we determined, but Teddy will be helping us along the way. Good morning, Tammy Martin. Thank you for being here. And okay, so Jean, sending out some love to Rick, absolutely. And Prochetta says, ma'am, kindly advise where you'll be exactly for the land healing so we can figure out the right time in India. There is an event, Prochetta. I created an event on the Our Journey of Healing page. It's at 2:30 Eastern Time, and it's in Eastern Pennsylvania at a place called Valley Forge. So you can look that up. If you can Google that, you'll see exactly where we're going to be. And Suzanne says we should be okay for the land blessing. Oh, good. And right, Jean, Teddy is alias Charlie. Our Charlie wants the dragon to be called Charlie. So it has two names, Teddy Charlie. So whichever one you call it by, Charlie and Teddy are taking good care of us, right? So we're in good hands with dragons and angels and beautiful people like you who are putting out a wonderful positive energy. Charlie, go back there so I can see you. Okay. I know, Erica, right? The angels definitely surround me. They lift me up. They are so present. They're in the car. I feel them as I'm driving down the road. And anytime I start to get a little tired, they just nudge me and say, okay, it's time to pull over. You know, don't take any chances. The only thing that really scares me on this trip, if I can use the word scare, it's not even scare, it's just a little bit of anxiety, are the big trucks. And I think, very, very cautious because of my motorcycle days. I'm very aware of what's going on around me, how people are moving on the road. And sometimes I see, the trucker must be really, really tired because they drift over the line. And when that happens, I just fall back. I'm like, I'm just going to let you go and stay back here where I know I'm safe. So I'm very cautious, very aware, and staying awake. That's so important. You can get mesmerized by the road. But so far, it has been a wonderful trip, and I know that it's going to just keep on. It'll keep on keeping up. Suzanne said it's called Valley Forge State Park, close to King of Prussia. Yeah, that's where we will be. And so, Prachetta, you can be there. Awesome. Yes, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And the thing about these land blessings is I don't know the words until they come out of my mouth. So these are totally channeled messages for the land from the angels and also from my guides, my ascended masters that I work with to do energy healing. They have stepped up and said they wanted to be more involved in the land blessings. And I have a spirit guide named Chief, who is Native American, and I'm pretty sure he was the one that gave that nudge to say, hey, look at what you're doing, and especially right here in this area with all the Native American heritage, that's going to be so important to do that offering from that point of view of providing an offering to the land, to bless it, to make it more friendly, and to send out more of the message of peace. As we were driving around yesterday, Deb took me by a tree that has been there for more than 200 years. I have a picture of it on my phone, and that's one that I haven't shared yet. more than 200 years for one tree to be present here in this area. And I'm sure it's not the only one, but it is one that is definitely known and it has been recognized. It has its own sign telling about it. So I'll share that today in the group and let you all see the energy from this tree. It looks like it's getting tired. It looks very tired now. And just as I was standing there and we're sitting in the car and looking at it and talking to it, it just felt tired and I felt that energy coming from it. So this land blessing is not only for the people of the land, it's also for any of the trees, the nature, the water, wherever we go. So much to just pay attention to and to clear from this area. And Deirdre says, yes, it's really important to stay awake while driving. Yeah, if I feel tired at all, Deirdre, I just pull over. You know, there'll be a rest area or an exit or someplace that I'll be able to get off the road and just take a few moments, walk around. And that's why I'm hoping this rain will stop, because rain makes me sleepy. So angels, we definitely need your help to stop the rain while I'm on the road. Then you can rain again if you want. I know the farmers need it. The farmers are rejoicing because of this rain. And, you know, it's so important to have those crops and have them with the rain and flowers and everything, the trees. And Nathan Knight, good morning to you. And Nathan says, truly hope all is great and wonderful. Loving the t-shirt too. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the super angels are with me today. So I have to wear my Superman outfit. And yes, more good news from Suzanne. Her daughter passed her driver's test. We are all so happy for her. I get to congratulate her in person. Deirdre says, call in the sunshine angels. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, all the angels that can help us. I call them parking lot angels all the time. So weather angels are no different. So I'm going to call them in to help with this. All right, let's see if anybody else came in. Jerry Walker, good morning to you. Nikki Sumner, good morning. Danielle Lippelin, good morning to you. And Nikki says it's a beautiful day in Wells. Awesome. Thank you for joining in. It's an afternoon there, so good afternoon to you. Okay. So, what is today? Thursday? No, today's Tuesday. See, this is what happens when you travel. Today is Tuesday. So, not sure what's going on. I think Robert Painley is on tonight at Enlightened World. So see if you can catch him, and Spirit Focus, where he really does a lot with the energies. And I wanted to ask you, Sally, if you're still on, what's going on there with the energy. I know we did some clearing and we went upstairs and toured. So I didn't know if the energy was responding to any of that, if you've had more activity. And also, Sally, I know you've got some new vendors, so tell us about that and tell us what's happening there at your shop. And asking also how Tony is doing. So let's get some updates on all of you peoples that come on and share your messages and share your beauty. Just tell what's going on with you today. If you're in need of anything. For anybody that's new, we lift each other up in prayer, and we have so much answered prayer that comes through on here. And let's remember Deb this morning. She is having a dental procedure done. So she's there right now having that done. She'll be back to say goodbye to me before I leave. I wouldn't leave without saying goodbye. So what else is going on? What else is happening in the world? have no clue what's happening in the world. I do know that I'm very relieved because I got the message yesterday that I finally got mail. I left Florida, as you all know, the 1st of September, September 11th. I left Florida, and I had put in a change of address before I left there so that I could still receive mail and get anything that was important. And nothing had come in, nothing for weeks. So finally, yesterday, I got the message that my mail arrived. And so I'll be able to put the new tag on my car and have anything that's important sent to me so that I can have mail again. So I was upset actually because I have a temp tag on the Angel Mobile, and I wouldn't be able to drive after a certain point. It was a 30-day temp tag. So I really have to get the permanent tag on there so that it's legal to be on the road. Okay, what have we got? Suzanne says, my son-in-law is doing much better. Awesome. And Deirdre asked, did you receive my mail? I haven't received any yet. My friend in Florida will be sending me all of my mail. She works for FedEx, so she'll be FedExing my mail to me, to Charlie's. So I'll have it this weekend when I get up to New York. Sally says, yeah, I was just writing about that. So do you remember telling me that you wouldn't be surprised if we were visited even more after you left? Well, guess what? You vamped the energy there. So every night we are catching videos of orbs in the cameras, and we get to watch them dancing around the place. So it's kind of cool to watch. But yes, it seems to be all good energy that's coming in. And I feel like these are the little elementals that are coming in to kind of bless the products there and bless to the store in the center. But new vendors came in, or one so far brought her stuff in, beautiful knitted knitted by hand, and different hats and headbands and wood toys and cutting boards and bracelets and so much more. Oh, I love it. I know I'm very adept at reading autocorrect. It's my second language right now. So I kind of made it through that message, Sally, and got what you were saying. I am so happy to hear this because I knew that good energy just wanted to play, but there was that oppressive energy that was down in the basement that we went in and cleared and left Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to continue to clear that energy from the basement. So I'm so happy to hear that they're dancing and that they're playing. And I really feel like they are going to be bringing in more business for you, more energy into that place that is so beautiful already as enlightenment. And this is going to be just ramping it up. Yeah, it'll be awesome. And I still haven't told you my idea for the salt cave, but I really feel like you need to be looking at what the angels are inspiring. So I will send you that. And I'll be on the road today, so maybe we can talk while I'm on the road. All righty. So any other prayer requests that you all want to put in, you can go ahead and start putting those in. I'm going to try to get off of here on time today and not go over because I've got my suitcase packed, but I have to get everything out to the car and get this place said goodbye to. I'm not going to want to leave here. It's such a beautiful area. You all saw, some of you saw the video that I did yesterday. We were leaving the little park where we were, and Deb was driving us down this mountain road. And oh my gosh, it was like every turn, there was so much beauty, and the leaves are really starting to get darker now. They're getting the yellows and the oranges, but there's a lot of red that's starting to come in and deep purples. So I just love the area and just want to leave here with that memory of all the beauty and all the love that's been shared here in this area. And we did the blessing. We didn't do a land blessing with the ritual, but we did bless this area as we were out and about. And sitting there yesterday, we sat at this peaceful lake and just meditated and sent out wonderful energy into the mountains, into the waters. So there's been a blessing that happened, even though it wasn't a ritual blessing, that's been going on here with our journey of healing. So let's see, we got Karen Plummer, who says, I would like to ask for support and protection for my son, Leo. Absolutely. Jean says, Ron just told me that the Continental Army went from White Marsh outside of New York to Valley Forge. Most of the men had no shoes and they left bloody footprints in the snow. Washington said that you could follow their route by following the bloody footprints. There will be great spirit energy there. There was a lot of suffering there, Jean, a lot of suffering with the Continental Army. It was where they did an encampment, and I don't think they even have the accurate number of how many men died there, but it was in the thousands of the men that suffered and died in that place. And I just feel drawn to go there, that's where a lot of clearing needs to happen. And it's going to represent the whole state. Any suffering that happened, and there was much suffering that happened here in this state with the war, with oppression, with the Native Americans. So yeah, it's going to be, I already feel, and I said this to Deb last night, I already feel emotional about this land blessing that's going to happen in Pennsylvania. So I don't know what's going to come out when I go there. I don't know what's going to be channeled, but I know that it's going to be huge. That's my feeling. That's what I already feel revving up inside of me, that this this blessing that's going to happen, this clearing, is going to go out far and wide in Pennsylvania. And Deirdre's asking for continued prayers for Paul Fractal and Misty Sims, and for world peace, of course. Thank you, Deirdre. And Sally, we can plan on talking today. Oh, you start a new talk show on Zenlightenment's group page, talking about everything we face in today's life spiritually. How awesome, Sally. I'm so glad to hear that. And I know we'd spoken about something like this happening. So thank you for doing that. Suzanne is asking for prayers for my whole family, please. Prayers for safe travels for Teri and for good weather. And also that within 10-mile ratio, there is Valley Forge power plant, a prison, and an asylum. Blessing is much needed here. We had originally talked about doing the blessing at the asylum because I feel a lot of deep clearing is needed there. But I really feel drawn to go to Valley Forge. I don't know what's going to come out, but I feel like that energy that's there is going to really affect all of Pennsylvania. It's something that's already hanging in the air. So let's do the clearing together, all of us. I hope that you'll be able to join in from wherever you are. And let's clear that energy that's hanging there at Valley Forge and really get it out and get it clear and go into the new year coming up in 2021. Let's have it a year of magnificence, and these clearings that are happening, they're part of that. They're part of ending 2020 on a note of being lifted up and energy restored to a positive instead of all of this negative that's been hanging out with us in 2020. And Dawn is asking Sally, what time is the show today? Yes, Sally, please give us info. And Hope, good morning, sweet Hope. I thought of you this morning as I was drinking my morning drink and putting the nutrients in my body that's needed to get me going today for this trip, for the next part of the journey. And Hope says, hey, tribe, had a rough night with an almighty headache. The energy was too fast for me. Oh, my darling, we're lifting you up. We're putting you in that prayer circle today. All right. Anybody else have prayer requests? Christina. Hi, sweet Christina. And yes, we have been praying for a lot of these that are mentioning answered prayer. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. And if there's anyone else that wants to put some prayer requests in, I'll start that meditative prayer in just a few moments. Let's just keep our families lifted up at this time. Lifting up family is so important. We need our support. And there's many people that don't have it. Many light workers have families that don't understand them. I think that they're involved in a cult or some type of mind manipulation. So let's lift up our families today. Those that feel alone because the family can't understand what we're doing and can't understand the message that we're getting to do the things that we do. And it's important to acknowledge our biological family. We chose them. We chose to be here with that family. So there was some contract there of something that was going to take place, some way that we were going to interact, to learn from each other and to help each other. So anyone who is in that situation where your family just doesn't get it, they just don't get what you're all about and don't understand how you live your life, let's lift up your family and really send a lot of love their way, a lot of energy of love and light and hope. Just letting the world know there is hope. Sometimes it might not seem so, but there really is hope for us to have a better future, to have a better life, to have happiness in our life. And when we know that we are truly spirit, we're not just flesh and bone, we do have happiness. We do find that peace and joy. So yeah, let's lift up our families, all of us. And yes, continue prayer for Dawn Marie Garfield, for Donna's back, and for Dawn's back, and for her son Nigel. Erica says prayers for strength. Absolutely. And Sally's show will start at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in Zen Enlightenment Group. And Sally asks prayers that this new show goes well. Prayers for all light workers, lights to continue shining brightly. Prayers for all of us as we move forward into a much better place where abundance is very present to all who accept Him. And Mary is asking for Lauren that she is guided about her upcoming trip and for her family. Beautiful. Thank you, Mary. And lifting you up, Mary. I know you've got some things going on, and praying for you personally and for your business and for everything that's happening in Florida I know we have gone into the next phase and things are opening up. And please keep my friends that are in the darting community. Some of you know I used to play competitive darts, and there's leagues that go on in the bars. And now the bars have all opened up. So just prayers that they will continue to be diligent in wearing masks and paying attention to the safety. You know, we can do things safely. We can be observant and stick to what we know using common sense and knowing that we can do what's necessary to protect ourselves and to protect others. So lift my friends up that are getting back into gathering in the bars and doing the things that they love to do. You know, don't we all miss some things that we love to do, but all of a sudden life threw us a curve and we weren't able to do that anymore. And Christina is asking for prayers for communication and inclusion. Absolutely. Let's remember our Rick in the hospital and his wife Josie. Just lifting up any of you that are struggling right now. Hugs. Absolutely, Erica. The things that mean so much to us, and one of those is hugs. Yeah, air hugs are good, but the real hugs, yeah, that's where it's really at, isn't it? And Hope asks, please continue to pray for my cousin Lorraine Hillett as the COVID slowly leaves her body. All your prayers and beautiful energy of love for her has been well received, or else she would not be making so much progress. Prayers for the entire tribe to have abundant health and wealth, and for you, Teri, to continue on with ease and grace in our quest. Thank you, Hope. I love you. Jean says prayers for Northern California and that the fires there will be put out soon, especially in Shasta and that vortex area. Prayers for our whole world, all our human family, so we can all be the one we are supposed to be. So let's just go into our prayer time. Going into our heart center is so important. Centering, connecting, acknowledging who we are and what we are. So as we place our hand on that space, it brings our focus to our heart, and it helps us to understand the importance of focus, the importance of drawing our energy together into our heart. It's through our heart that we connect and that we really see each other, that we have compassion for each other, that we have joy and love, just being in the energy of each other. When we come here in the morning, we see the names, we envision the faces, we hold each other. So let's do that now. Let's go into that heart and really love, just sharing love together. And just feel peace at the moment. I'm remembering yesterday as I was sitting at that water, and there was some real profound thoughts that came through, just sitting and being in peace, not having to say anything or do anything, just sitting there in the energy of water. Lake water is so different, the energy of it is so different than the ocean. With the ocean, you get the ebb and flow, you get the waves constantly moving. There is no stillness with the ocean. It's in constant movement. But with lakes, you get a stillness, and that's the energy that's here because this is landlocked in Pennsylvania. So sitting at that lake and just absorbing the peace. It was at the base of a mountain, so I was able to see across the way and the beautiful, colorful leaves that were on the trees. And I've been talking to the trees and I'm thanking them for showing off their color right now. Any of you that live in an area where there's the fall change, seeing all that beauty, just say thank you. Just thank the trees, thank the leaves for what they're giving us, for the beauty of the world. So let's envision that together as we hold each other in our heart. Let's just look in awe at the wonder of our world, the beauty of it, the magnificence of it, the spaciousness, how different each part of our country is, how different other countries are in their landscape and in their cities, in their cultures. So let's just right now lift up our world and give some gratitude for this beautiful creation that we are living in, gratitude that we have the freedom to move about, to look at this beauty, and all of it. We can just take a drive and look at, or a walk, and just see all the color changes and see and feel the energy, the freshness that comes in with the fall, with crisp, cooler weather. And I'm sorry, Florida, I know that you all don't get much of that at all. But just envision with us what it's like just to have that breeze on your face, to breathe in the fresh air, to look at the beauty surrounding you, to look at a body of water, whether it's moving water or still water. Just feel that energy today. Let's go into that energy of cleansing through water. Just envision that you're standing under a waterfall and that water is pouring gently over your head. It's doing a cleanse. Our auras are being cleansed right now with water. We're responding to the energy, whether it's a stillness or a movement. Just feel the energy surrounding you. Such beauty, such grace. And now envision the wildlife. All the animals, some of them are suffering right now. Some of them don't have enough food, so they're having to travel to hunt. Some of them are in places where the fires are happening, where floods have happened. So let's lift up the animals out in the wild and just let them know they're loved. Just send an energy of love to the bears, the deers, the big cats that are up in the mountains, the water animals, the whales, the dolphins. Let's just get into all of the animal energy right now and give gratitude for them. They're so needed in our world. And then let's look at the inhabitants on Mother Earth's back. All of the inhabitants all over the world. Let's just lift everyone up and ask for the energy of peace to flow throughout everyone on earth, to touch their hearts, that they might honor and respect each other. Every night when we come together to chant, we say a mantra. And that mantra is, I declare there is peace on earth. And I declare that it begins with me. I have to pay attention first. I have to honor and respect others before I can expect them to honor and respect me. So it's up to each of us to bring in this energy of peace. And we can do that every day. We can send out that message of hope, that message of love, that message of, I accept you just the way you are. So while we're in this loving, accepting mode, let's hold each other. Just pull in one person to say, I love you. And say to that person, whatever is going on in your life, I'm here for you. I understand. I'm supporting you. I'm loving you. And I'm loving any of your concerns today, anything that was placed in the prayer circle. Just tell that person, I see you, and I see your concern for your loved one or for your world. And I'm standing beside of you. We are all standing with each other. Whatever is needed in your life, whatever journey you're going through, we're standing right beside of you. And we're holding your hand. And we're wanting the absolute best resolution to whatever is going on in your world. So as we're all standing tall and firm right beside of each other, let's do our heart telephone. Let's send love to the entire group, starting with the person on your left. At the count of 3, let's give some gratitude. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Continue to lift up our world. Let's bring peace on earth. It starts in here. It starts with each one of us in our hearts. And then let it go out into the world. There is peace on earth. Each one of us that feels it, we are the peace on earth. So feel it and do it and be it. And keep that angel mobile lifted up as it goes about and lets people see that there is a happening. There is an energy going out to bring in more peace, to have people express more peace in the world. Marianne, thank you for being here. Melody, thank you for coming in. And yes, Donna, I know I'm going to enjoy seeing all of the leaf changes and everything that's going on right now in that part of the world. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. I love you. You all are so loved. I feel so blessed to be on here every morning with you. It's a blessing. It's a joy for me to come in and do this. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for your words. Thank you for your love. Keep loving on each other. And join in Sally today at 3 o'clock. And then tonight, if you would love to come in with us for chanting, maybe you don't even know what it's all about, just come and check it out. At 9 o'clock every night, we're online. And we chant for peace. We chant for the end of suffering. We chant for the end of COVID. We chant to have more joy in our lives and to break through any obstacle that stands in our way to that. So come join your energy in with us. And thank you, Deirdre. Happy trails. I love that. Now that song's going to be in my head, you know. All right. So I see our words to take us out of here, the words that we do every day, acknowledging the love and light in each of us. And those words are namaste, y'all. I love you, I love you, I love you. And Deirdre says, and the sun just came out. Our prayers are powerful. And yes, Hope, if it wasn't for COVID, we would have never met. So being very grateful for everything in our lives, even if at the moment it doesn't look so great, it has a purpose. So I'll see you all a little later. Hi, Leo. Thank you for coming in. Love you too. And Marietta, I saw you. All right. So have a blessed rest of your day. And I'm going to go load up the Angel Mobile. I'm taking Charlie Teddy with me.